Alright, we're back with another video. Today we're going to be replacing the stock radio out of the 2012 Prius. Got a little sunlight on it right now. Just going to show just how good this thing looks in the light, which most of y'all know it is a very, very dim radio. I'm going to put the old reverse on, and you can't even really see what the heck is going on back there with the glare and everything else. I mean, it is just, you know, it's 2012, so, you know, technology back then for these reverse cameras wasn't great. So as you can tell, I cannot see anything through that reverse camera. Just turn the audio off. Sorry about that. And we are going to unbox an Amazon 9-inch, I believe is what it is, here in just a few minutes. I'm going to put it in drive, and that is as bright as she gets. So I will be back with y'all in just a couple of moments, and we'll do a little unboxing and tell you what I got and how much I paid for it. Alright, we are now out in the garage. Got the good old MR2 charging up over there on the trickle charger. A video I'm about to be posting here in just a couple of days. It's my dad's 59 Skyliner. That is the hardtop convertible. Galaxy Skyliner, I believe is what they call it. And the wife's Mazda will work around. And yes, I am a Atlanta Falcons fan. I have to admit to it, since y'all have now seen the flag standing here. So basically I'm just going to prop you up on this little gadget that I bought on Amazon. So here's our box right here. Let's open it up. I just showed you a couple of moments ago what I ordered off of Amazon, and let's see what we got here. Sorry, the disc is a mess. The video that'll be loaded on the 59 is basically me changing out some head gaskets and using some ARP style head bolts, and I'll be doing a review on that on Amazon. So alright, we got a double box. Alright, looky there, looky there. Let's get this box out of the way. I'll trip over it later. Alright, let's get this little booger opened right here. And let's see what all we got inside. I'm hoping this is going to give me a lot better backup camera. This is supposed to have the, I think they call it a CAN bus. So I will then also be able to have all the thumb, whatever you want to call it, on the steering wheel control. So again, here we go, we'll put that down there. Let's see what all we've got in this little box. Alright, packing material. And here is thank you for choosing us. Well, you're very welcome. Let's hope this thing works. A few people online have gotten some bad ones, and you know, this is $169, so don't know exactly what to expect. I'm going to pick up the old camera here. So basically what we've got here is, sorry for my reflection right there, one old guy in the mirror. So basically this is it. We've got all the connection ports on the back right here, so that looks nice and clean. We got a load of cables in here, some of which will and will not be used. I'm not hooking up external amplifiers at this moment in the car. I believe this is the backup camera that I'll have to run a wire, and I have seen a couple of people due to bad instructions or oh, there we go. I was about to say lack of instructions. So we also have a good old stereo user manual. So I have installed stereos many times. I'm 55, oh, excuse me, just turned 56. So I'm not going to bore y'all with, excuse me, with the disassembly of the dash. So we're going to get this thing installed here in a couple of moments, hopefully, and we will then start looking at how the brightness is of this display versus the video I did before, and I'm sure there's a lot of other videos out there. So like I said, this is it. So far so good. Be back with you people in a few minutes. Videos online literally took me about 5 minutes. I did cheat a little bit. I got a little electric impact to take out the 4 number 10 screws, and as they said, oops, I got 2 more to go right there, but as they said, just be careful with those bottom 2. It's hard to get your fingers in there to get those last bottom bolts out after you're using your socket slash impact. So I'm going to get this other one in here and we're going to power it up. Also, a quick side note for y'all who noticed it, I did not. They actually give you in there a little pry bar so you don't have to use a screwdriver and make little scratches like that right there. Not that that's noticeable. I did use just the largest flathead screwdriver I had, and these panels do pop off. As you can see, all the dog hair in here. We are a dog owner. The rest of the car is fairly clean, but you know, hair goes everywhere, let me tell you. So with all of that being said, we've got her out, and I'm going to do a quick little instruction read here and start getting these things plugged in, or hopefully relatively quickly, with this wiring harness that they provided here. So be back in a sec. All right, here is the unit now installed. The mechanical installation, taking off the panels, mounting the radio in there. There's no screws holding the radio in. It actually is held in by all the clips of the plastic. Some people, I believe, have commented that there is a gap down here. At first it was bothering me a little bit, but once you sit back in my position of driving, really can't see it. There's a little bit you can see over here, but I mean, once the unit turns on, the colors, the brightness, I mean, you're not even going to be looking at the little crack over there. I do not know, however, what this connector is actually for. I'm going to do a little bit more reading. I do not have, I've just sort of ran out of patience and time, and I've got a headache. But here's I still got to mount the video camera, and I got to mount the microphone. I do have the wires dug in through the bottom of the dash down here, coming out through the floorboard. I'll move those so I don't trip on them in the morning. It did come with 2 different USB outputs. I'm not exactly sure how I'll be using those. My car had a little black cover that went in there. I'm probably going to end up snapping that back in and you know, putting 2 holes right there and try to mount these and make them look nicer, obviously. Again, this connector right here, I'm not sure what it is for. On the back of the old unit, there's a blue connector here, which is a square connector. And then there is 2 on the bottom left. I'm going to try to point to them right here, and here. I'm not sure which ones were connected. I really wasn't paying that much attention when I was disconnecting them. So again, I'm not sure exactly what this is for. So I'm going to go out there and start looking and read through this manual, which is somewhat cryptic, as the people have said. So the car's completely off. I will tell you this also. Don't have your car on until you get all of the connectors here and the one bag behind here installed. I had my radio on, listening to it a little bit, and I had the yellow triangle. I had a yellow triangle up here on the dash, right over in here. Ended up having to use my OBD2 dongle to take it back out. Now the car is just perfectly fine. So we're going to do a quick push button right here. Here we go. Foot's on the brake. And we are live. So this thing is so much faster than the other unit. I haven't learned. All right. The car tried to hook up to my Bluetooth and screwed that up a little bit. But again, everything seems to be working. You have to go into the settings of this unit, and it is explained somewhat in the manual under car settings, and you'll go under learning type and you'll do the interface right here. You'll hit OK and push the button that you want to program on your steering wheel. I was doing it without the car being completely on, and that is the only way your steering wheel buttons are going to work, is when the car is completely on, from what I can tell. If it's only you're sitting in the parking lot and you've only pushed the button without having your foot on the brake, hence your auxiliary stuff is on, for some reason these were not working. I thought I was doing it wrong, and that frustrated me, and that took about 30 minutes for me to figure out that was the problem. So, you know, again, I don't have my phone hooked up to it, because as soon as I do, everything sort of flips over and my video stops working. So I can't really show you how quick all this stuff actually works. I'll see if the map will actually pop up here. It's wanting me to sign in now. So I don't know what, oh, that's Google Play. Sorry guys. Big finger. So like I said, you've got to be a little patient with it, but it seems to work pretty good. So I am extremely happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the video hopefully tomorrow and show you guys how the backup camera works, and hopefully it will be pretty nice and a lot brighter than the factory one. I will tell you, like I said, I'm being a little impatient with the buttons here. I will tell you, the sound, that's just a commercial, so I'm not too worried about it. The sound is better than the factory radio by leaps and bounds, in my opinion. I'll have a little bit more information tomorrow after I do a little bit of driving with it. And guys, I hope you enjoy this part of the video. I'll be updating it here very shortly.